I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Buffalo Bills. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. I got you, son. I got you, son. Shoot! Alert!
Allen now on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try the left side. Akers. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 76. Hey, Delta. You must be getting tired.
Out of the gun. Gone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for goal. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Mike, 53.
From the gun, here's Gone. They'll find Miller. That's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. And he's into the clear. The 30, 10, touchdown LA. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just 1 play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen going deep for Diggs. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Hey, wahoo! 53.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. It's caught. It's Miller. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st down, Akers. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Cut! 180! Mike, number 52. Stop your whining.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Slam! Tight go! Hey, lift! Set!
Goff now looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen now looks to throw. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen, and he's able to find Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bills have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
We're good. We're good.
Gone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
So that's back-to-back drives where they throw an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Mike, 58, right there. I'm trying to collect. Monday. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
26-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 for 1. Watch the edge.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now gone. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6.
Watch the screen. Hey, tight.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Kill. Regular. What's that? 58. Hey, echo. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. What's that?
On 1st down, Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen, and Diggs has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man is Cameron Batson, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Allen going to give this one to Singletary.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From the 39, Allen, Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To the air, Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. You better.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
2, 5. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's our field. It's our field.
Goff now looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Go, 12.
Here's Goff. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
4 down. Hey, Charlie.
Now it's gone. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 2 for 66. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. No.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 23 yards on the play.
1st down, Rams.
What? 180. Danny. Tiger. 49 to Mike. Hey, watch the leg. Kill. Check three.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. That's going to be caught. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting play.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play that time for the Rams. 51 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
From the red zone now, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On second down, Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. 58, right there. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. A little flare.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. So after the INT, it's Allen going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Allen going to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
5 wide. Mike. That's what I do.
6-6, pull it high.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch that.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Samson Ebukam in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 15. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
First down, Rams.
Like 20. 76. Tell him. 76.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, 3 scores in this game, I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores 3 times.
Filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
14. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. So don't say nothing. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Hey, let's get in that hose. Hard ball. What's up?
From the gun, here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, seam 6.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for the Bills. 54 yards. They come up in an offset eye. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after try forthcoming. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
DC. Bravo. Four now. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Come on, D.
Here's Goff. 53. It's caught. It's Miller.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
53 to Mike. 58 Alpha. I'm here all day. Check. 53 to Mike. Check. 50.
Goff now to throw. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Cut! 180! I got you! 49. Value 3! Coming to you! Go!
Now it's gone. Open man is Miller. He's got it. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try to left side. Akers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Interception, baby.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for L.A., they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's loss number 3 for them on the year, and they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.